All right, you guys are obviously competing for the starting quarterback job, but you are roommates here at Camp Higher Ground. Is that awkward in any way? Ben, I'll let you go first.
No, not at all. I mean, we're in there joking around, watching TikToks, showing each other videos, laughing, and it's just a really good time to kind of be together and also be competing.
Yeah, does that underscore, Evan, that this is truly a friendly competition? Obviously heated, you guys are competing your best to win the job, but maintaining a good friendship?
Yeah, for sure, friendly competition. I think we want the best for each other, and either way it goes, we're gonna root whoever on, whatever decision they decide to make. So just being there for each other, kind of trying to help each other out. If you have questions about one thing, that's just what we try to do throughout all of camp, and we'll do it throughout the season.
Do you think that's good for the rest of the team to know that you guys are battling it out, but at the end of practice, you know, heading back to the room and being good buds?
Yeah, I think it's really important because the quarterback's kind of like seen as that leader of the team, and the way that we handle this battle will really kind of shape the way the season goes. You know, you look back to when Des and Hayden had that position battle, and the way that went, I think they handled it really well. And obviously Hayden played for a couple of years and Des ended up taking his spot, but the way they handled that, I think, really played a factor in how that season went.
What's Ben like as a roommate?
Good roommate. We just chill, hang out, no invading like any personal space. We're kind of just doing our own thing sometimes, but it's nice.
Are there a lot of hair products on the sink because of your roommate?
No, not too much.
It's all natural,
not,
huh?
Yeah.
So you were here for 3 years. You went to Eastern Michigan. Now you've come back. Explain why.
You know, this is just the place where I wanted to be. I came in with a really good group of guys, friends that I'll have for a lifetime, and you know, my relationship with Coach Gino is really good, and I just felt like it was the best decision for me, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be back. What
was your reaction when you heard he was coming back?
I just knew that the competition was going to rev up. I knew if he didn't come back, the job wasn't just going to be handed to me, but I watched Ben play when I was a freshman, and just seeing him and what he did last year, he did a great job last year at Eastern, and so I just knew the competition was just going to rev up, and it was going to be a healthy competition at the same time since we already knew each other. There was no bad blood or anything, so I was just excited for the opportunity.
So what have Coach Fickle and Coach Gaduli told each of you guys about what it's going to take to win the starting job?
Yeah, I mean, they told us that we're both going to get a shot. We're both going to be rotating with the 1s and 2s, and the big thing is just being consistent and being a leader out there. I think that's what they really want to see, is leadership, and just keep moving the chains and being consistent.
Do you think every day, every drill, everything you do goes into it, Evan?
I mean, not really. At certain points, you kind of just got to lock in and be like, I'm going out here, just got to do your best at certain points, and not think about that too much, because if you think about that, it's just kind of confuse you a little bit. That's how I think about it. But for sure, sometimes in the back of your head, it's gonna get to you that, I mean, everybody's kind of watching us, like the whole team. It's not just me and him or just the quarterback coach. It's the whole team, because everybody is wondering the same thing. And so just coming out and, like he said, just being consistent day in and day out, having a great attitude, that's just kind of what we're trying to do here.
So if you could steal a trait from him, what would it be?
I would say it would be that arm power for sure.
And
I think you know what I'm going to say.
The speed, the
those legs, yeah.
So you were Desmond's primary backup for a couple of years. You were Desmond's backup last year. What did you guys learn from him? Ben, you go first.
I just learned really what it means to be like a fierce competitor. Des was super competitive in everything he did, and I learned just the work ethic that he put in both on and off the field, and I'm really happy to be able to take that from him and kind of see where he was and where he's at now.
How about you?
I would say the same thing, just that competitive spirit and that leadership that he had all the time. I remember just my freshman year, it was Ben and Des battling it out, and they were both just competing day in and day out, but at the same time, it was like the same thing we got going on here, just being friendly. But that leadership, I think that's really what took Des to the next level throughout his career at UC. And just being a very vocal guy, he wasn't afraid to speak up no matter what the situation was. And just kind of seeing his process throughout the whole thing, what he was doing when people weren't in the building or stuff like that. So being able to learn from him, it was definitely a great experience.
How often do you guys get asked about who's going to win the job, and how annoying is it, Ben?
Every day. It's so annoying. I think we're both pretty sick of it. But it is what it is. Everyone wants to know. So
obviously, the person that wins this job is going to try to carry this team along to the same heights that you've had for the last 4 years. So there is kind of a burden of expectation for whichever guy ultimately is the starting quarterback. It can't drop off, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, the program's taken a huge step every single year, and we just want to keep that trajectory and just keep leading this team to greater heights. Coach Fick's always preaches he wants to be a top 10 program. And I'm pretty sure Barry said this in the Let It Fly episode, but a top 10 team is just somebody that's going to come in 1 year and you hear about their name, but a top 10 program is somebody that's consistent. We want to be one of those top 10 programs that keep showing up year in and year out. Have great camps, stay healthy, best of luck this year. Appreciate it.
Perfect harmony.